Have you ever wondered how our world came to be in its current form? That's what we're here to explore today. Let's rewind the cosmic clock way back to a time before time, when all that existed was a concentrated point of infinite density called a singularity. Then, in a flash brighter than 1,000,000,000,000 suns, the Big Bang happened about 13.8 billion years ago. This singular point exploded and started expanding at an unimaginable speed, creating everything that we know as our universe. It wasn't a typical explosion like a firecracker going off in the middle of an empty field. No, this was an explosion of space itself, expanding in all directions at once. Now let's fast forward a bit to about 4.6 billion years ago. Our universe had cooled down and the forces of gravity began to pull together clouds of dust and gas. These clouds collapsed under their own weight, forming the first stars and galaxies. One of these star-forming regions was the birthplace of our own solar system. A giant cloud of gas and dust began to collapse under its own gravity. As it collapsed, it spun faster and faster, flattening into a disk. In the center of this disk, a star was born, our sun. The remaining gas and dust clumped together to form planets, asteroids, and comets. One of these clumps of rock and metal, located just the right distance from the sun, began to take shape. Bombarded by comets, it grew and changed, its surface constantly reshaping and reforming under the relentless barrage. This was the birth of our home, Earth. It was a hostile world, with a surface of molten rock and a sky filled with carbon dioxide and nitrogen. But over time, it cooled and developed a solid crust. Water vapor in the atmosphere condensed and fell as rain, filling the low areas to form the first oceans. And just like that, 4.5 billion years ago, our beloved Earth was formed. So we have a planet, but when did the first life forms appear? Well, let's rewind the clock about 4 billion years, when Earth was still a fiery, inhospitable place. Unbelievably, it was during this tumultuous time that the first single-celled organisms, known as prokaryotes, began to emerge. These hardy pioneers didn't have a nucleus or fancy cellular machinery. Nope, they were just simple bags of chemicals, but boy did they have moxie. Fast forward about 1 billion years and we see the first big leap in complexity, the rise of eukaryotes. These were cells with a nucleus, which is like a command center directing all the cell's operations. This was a big deal, folks. It's like going from a bicycle to a Ferrari. And these eukaryotes, they weren't loners. They started banding together, forming the first multicellular organisms. That's right, teamwork makes the dream work. Now let's zoom to about 500 million years ago, during a period known as the Cambrian. It was a time of unprecedented biological innovation, a real party of evolution. Suddenly, life was not just about being a blob. It was about having hard shells, sharp teeth, and weird and wonderful body plans. This period, known as the Cambrian explosion, was a riot of diversity, a veritable carnival of life. The Cambrian explosion set the stage for the evolution of all complex life on Earth, from the smallest insect to the largest whale. It laid the foundations for everything that was to come. It was also around this time that the first primitive plants began to colonize the land, laying the groundwork for the lush forests and grasslands we know today. So there you have it, the rise of life from single-celled simplicity to multicellular complexity, a journey of almost 4 billion years. It's a captivating tale of survival, of adaptation, of evolution. From a barren rock, Earth became a bustling hub of life, all within 1 billion years. Now, who doesn't love a good dinosaur story, right? Let's rewind back in time around 230 million years ago to the Mesozoic era. This was the golden age of the dinosaurs, the time when they stomped, roared, and ruled the Earth. The dinosaurs were a varied group, from the towering Diplodocus and the fearsome Tyrannosaurus rex to the small and nimble Velociraptor. Each dinosaur had its unique traits and adaptations, making them the stars of this era. And boy, did they know how to put on a show. Their reign was no fluke. The dinosaurs were the perfect survivalists. They were incredibly adaptive, able to live in diverse environments from steamy jungles to arid deserts. They were the ultimate survivors, until of course they weren't. You see, around 65 million years ago, the curtain came down on the age of the dinosaurs. A massive asteroid, the size of a mountain, came crashing down on Earth. It struck with a force equivalent to billions of atomic bombs, causing a global winter that lasted for years. This cataclysmic event, known as the KT extinction, was the ultimate game changer. The skies darkened, temperatures plunged, and food became scarce. The dinosaurs, once the rulers of the earth, found themselves on the brink of extinction. Despite their size and strength, the dinosaurs were not equipped to handle such a drastic change. The cold, the darkness, the scarcity of food, it was too much even for the mighty T-Rex. One by one, the dinosaurs began to die off. Some managed to hang on a little longer, but in the end, they all succumbed to the harsh reality of survival of the fittest. The age of the dinosaurs was over, yet their legacy lives on. Today, we find their fossils, study their bones, and marvel at their grandeur. We make movies about them, write books about them, and let our imaginations run wild with their stories. The mighty dinosaurs ruled the world until they didn't. But oh, what a time it was when they did. But what about us? When did humans come into the picture? Well, our story begins around 7 million years ago with our earliest known ancestors, the hominids, who took their first tentative steps towards bipedalism, forever changing the course of our evolution. Over time, these early hominids differentiated into various species, one of which was the Homo genus. About 2 million years ago, Homo habilis emerged, aptly named handyman, for their newfound ability to craft simple tools. This marked a significant milestone in our journey, signifying the dawn of human ingenuity. Fast forward to roughly 200,000 years ago, and we meet Homo sapiens. Yes, that's us, folks. The advent of Homo sapiens ushered in a new era of sophistication. Our ancestors began to develop language, allowing them to communicate and collaborate in ways previously unimaginable. This facilitated the sharing of ideas and knowledge, and ultimately, the creation of complex societies. In the grand tapestry of human history, the rise of civilizations is a relatively recent development. Around 10,000 years ago, our ancestors began to settle down, transitioning from a nomadic lifestyle to a settled one. They started to cultivate crops and domesticate animals, paving the way for the rise of agriculture and subsequently civilizations. From the majestic pyramids of Egypt to the Great Wall of China, ancient civilizations left indelible marks on the landscape of human history. They brought forth advancements in art, science, and technology, laying the foundation for the modern world we live in today. However, it's important to remember that our journey wasn't a linear progression from primitive to advanced. It was a winding road filled with trials and triumphs, setbacks and breakthroughs. But through it all, humanity persevered, driven by an insatiable curiosity and an unyielding will to survive. And that's how we went from tree-dwelling primates to world-conquering humans. Our story is a testament to the power of evolution and the indomitable spirit of mankind. And who knows what the future holds? As we continue to push the boundaries of knowledge and technology, one can only imagine what incredible chapters are yet to be written in the epic saga of human history. Our planet has seen it all, but what about the future? As we gaze into the crystal ball of possibilities, we see a myriad of potential scenarios. Natural disasters, though unsettling, are an integral part of Earth's narrative. Volcanic eruptions may shape new landscapes, and hurricanes could redraw our coastlines. But it's not all doom and gloom. Technological advancements promise a dazzling array of opportunities. Imagine cities powered by clean, renewable energy, or revolutionary ways to reverse climate change. The future could hold technological marvels we can't even dream of today. Then there's space exploration, the final frontier. Could we become a multi-planetary species colonizing Mars, or even distant exoplanets? Could we harness the power of stars or discover new forms of life in the cosmos? The possibilities are endless. The future is a great, big, beautiful mystery waiting to be unraveled. Who knows what the future holds, but one thing's for sure, Earth's story is still being written. So there you have it, 4.5 billion years of history in just 10 minutes. We've journeyed from the cosmic cataclysm of the Big Bang through the formation of our beloved Earth to the emergence of the very first life forms. We've marveled at the colossal dinosaurs, witnessed the rise of mankind, and even took a peek into the future. This whirlwind tour of Earth's history is a reminder of the incredible complexity and wonder that surrounds us. Every moment, every life form, every event is a thread woven into the intricate tapestry of our planet's story. It's a story that's far from over, with new chapters being written with each passing second. Remember, the universe is a place of endless discovery, and our Earth, a tiny blue dot in this vast cosmic ocean, has countless tales yet to be told. Be sure to subscribe to Content Fiesta for more exciting and informative videos like this one. Until next time, keep wondering, keep exploring.